boy.
Yeah.
What a it's a Friday.
Hell yeah.
It's a goddamn Friday.
Hell
And
yes.
Man.
Freya.
Man. Oh man. I am so proud of what we saw in the last 2 freaking days.
What's that?
Man.
What? What do we see?
I love seeing people sticking the finger to the man.
They did.
You probably don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh man. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get something to the man. Oh, I love it. Hold on a second. All right.
The man.
Okay. No. Well, I am not going to sit here and pretend I know how everything in the stock market works.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm not going to, I can't sit here and pretend that I know how everything works. Well, what just happened in America that I love, where regular people basically told Wall Street, fuck you. And what I mean is we live in an age where regular people like us, regular people, can actually buy stocks and stuff through your phones, iPads, iPods. You don't have to have a professional broker or anything. You can actually, buy the stock if you study it and all that, right?
Yeah.
And you got all these companies, right? The hedge funds company. Okay. Now, a lot of people know that the hedge funds company, behind the scenes, they talk about what they're gonna buy, what they're gonna sell, and they do this thing called short sell, right?
Short sell, yeah.
When they think they predict a company, it is like going to go under, being hurt by the pandemic.
Yeah.
So the hedge fund company, right? And you can probably get the better story on YouTube, on the news. But if you never heard this story, people, you hear it here and go research it because it's fantastic. Okay, so this is my what the fuck news in a way. Okay,
cool.
So the hedge funds they're gonna sell down GameStop, the store.
GameStop, I think I've heard of this.
Okay, they're gonna downsell. So basically, in simple terms, say you own a $20 share.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell it. You're gonna like watch it drop to like $5 and sell it, and then make money off of it. Yeah. I don't exactly understand 100% on how you make money when something drops, but you can.
Yeah.
And in the worst case scenario, if something goes up, then it'll sell high, but they actually lose money. They're not actually gaining money because they set it up as a short sell in simple terms.
Okay.
So and a bunch of hedge firms, they talk about this stuff behind the scenes. They don't do it on air. Well, a couple people know exactly how they do it. Talked on air, talked on YouTube, talk about, hey, why don't we help GameStop? Let's help them. Let's not have GameStop go down, because remember, growing up, GameStop is the store that people, young people go to buy games,
buy video games.
Why have Wall Street destroy our GameStop?
Yeah.
So they got a bunch of people went and crashed the market when instead of seeing GameStop drop, it fucking gained.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%. I mean, it was so fucking awesome, Bob.
It was on Reddit.
The hedge firms apparently has a loss net of over $11 billion. Over $11 billion, because what happens is when they do a short sell and when it rises, the banks or the brokers like, dude, we can't lose no more money. So you either have to pay us with your money from your account, or say you have, I don't know, $80,000 worth of AT&T stock. Well, we're going to take your AT&T stock to cover the losses that you just did with GameStop, right? And then what's so shitty about New York's stock market, the Wall Street, where people learn, there's a site called Robinhood.
Robinhood, yeah.
Which I actually have the Robinhood app. I have not big time stocks. I have a little bit of stocks because Robinhood, you could buy stocks free of charge. That was the gimmick. Well, Robinhood saw this and wanted to protect the hedge fund people. They stopped people from buying more GameStop.
Yeah. The opposite of what Robinhood is. Yeah.
But
they literally stopped it. Yeah. So, they stopped people, the common person from.
So regular people control the market yesterday. And I fucking love it because the only difference was they didn't do nothing illegal.
No.
It's just hedge funds talk about the stuff behind the scenes on phones, on monitors. This guy just did it on air saying, hey, if you do this and this and this, and then it did nothing cheated, did nothing to say, if you do this, it's going to do this. He used real numbers. What they did say, if we buy this can benefit us. And I love it, dude. I love it because it proves that when you want to make a change, you want to make a statement, you don't have to do it with your fist.
No, this is the first. Yeah, this is not gonna be the last.
No,
I guarantee you.
But this teaches you, like if people got together now, if you got a huge following, right? You can say, "Hey guys, here's a stock that looks good to us," and you explain it the proper way.
Yeah,
you can help out that stock, and how hedge funds and how this technically they say it hurts the people is because to cover their losses. They had to sell off their other stocks to make up for this. So this caused other stocks to drop. But dude, if a group of generation loves GameStop and they don't love Starbucks or a Microsoft or Amazon, you got every right to buy whatever stock you want.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole idea of getting people back in. We joked about Monopoly and how the original gal put it out there for people to learn how to buy real estate and how to control it and do all the everything like they do to teach you. And so now you've got, it's the same thing. And now you've got, it's just like the Monopoly game we talked about. What was it called again? What was her name? Elizabeth, some, I feel bad.
I'll get it.
Elizabeth Maggie. So Elizabeth Maggie put out the landlord game. It's like the landlord game to teach the common folk how to do that. Basically real estate, which is basically stock market, which is basically the same kind of dealing with the money thing. And so some people out there are doing it themselves now. Same shit. Yes. Taking it back. Like you said, thumbing the man up.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes. I'm just double checking her name too, just to double check. Landlord game, which became Monopoly, was created by Elizabeth Maggie Phillips.
Elizabeth Maggie Phillips.
So she kind of did the same thing that she, like you said, she took on how they're doing it and she put it in a game form for people to, because people will learn if you're playing a game about something. You learn more about that something.
Yeah.
And what people did with GameStop is kind of the same thing. Where
same
GameStop, thing. And listen, games,
video games teach you a lot.
Put down a lot of games. A lot of good doctors, surgery doctors, actually makes time to play games because the game controllers gave them better hand coordination for surgeries. So there's a lot of modeling. I know it sounds weird, but there's a lot of benefits in games. And
I like video games. I don't play them anymore, but I used to love them. I still do. I'm a big fan of Pac-Man and Dig Dug and Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and let's face facts. Games also helps in a lot of ways. People from maybe being in the street where they can, instead of joining gangs or joining this, they're home talking to other people and
playing video games.
They have a game system now during this pandemic. I think kids will be going even more crazy by them being able to play games and talk to other people and friends and interact with around the world. I think it's done well. I think it's done great.
We did it back in the day with role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I hung out with a bunch of nerds playing Dungeons and Dragons. I met a lot of good people. It helped me out. The old role of the games, Connect 4. I don't care. I sat in a bar, Eric, and I was in an Indonesian bar where I met a gal, and I was playing Connect 4 at the bar. I loved it. I was playing Connect 4. I love the old games. Chess is a damn good game. Checkmate the Queen. Yeah,
it went up 16,000%. Yeah, it just went up, and I love it. And apparently, some of these people are doing this with AMC theaters and stuff, like helping out these companies that are actually being hurt because of this. Instead of just buying stock for the companies that are actually making money off of this, like Johnson Johnson, 3M. Amazon's, and listen, I'm not here to blast Amazon's because I buy stuff from them, but and all that, and all that,
Well, yeah, that was cool. That's really cool. I saw that. I was like, well, take a look at this.
I love it, man, because Bob, they did this without breaking into a White House. Nope. They made a statement.
Yep.
With their own wallets and stuff, instead of wasting their money on this, they did it on this. Instead of flying or paying all this money in gas to go to a White House and do all this stupid crap.
Yeah.
They did it with this.
But let me flip this coin around just a little bit, people. It's really important to understand that they just rattled the fucking hornet's nest. Once you rattle that hornet's nest, they're out there, and these fuckers know how to manipulate, and they already showed you, they demonstrate how they could shut down the market, keeping the common person from buying shit. Now, they could put traps out too. So you start putting all your money in there, and now you're into gambling. Now you're gambling. Now you're throwing everything you fucking have in a trap. So these guys are not stupid. They didn't make money being stupid. So they got away with this. And I recommend being smart because now the traps are set. Be careful. Be careful now. They got away with it.
It's going to do a lot of good. It really is.
It is, yeah.
It's going to teach the hedge funds, like, they just can't sit around and decide what company they want to destroy because they've been doing that for the last 50 to 100 years.
Yeah.
They destroy it. They just never did it out in the open. They destroy the stores that are meaningful to the people that are growing up.
Yeah, I'm not belittling anything they did. That's 100% fucking awesome. Yeah. Now be careful of the traps because these cocksuckers will put traps out there. They'll set them up for you guys. They'll set them up. So now you got to be careful.
A lot of things are being exposed because of it.
Being exposed. Everything now is being exposed.
Robinhood has a big thing on their email today. We are limiting you on the stocks you could buy. Yeah, I know, because they're in with the funds. And now,
now already started.
But now major lawsuits are going to be coming out against companies like Robinhood and them saying, hey, you just can't shut things down if this is what people want to buy. Because like I said, these people did nothing illegally. No. They just talked about their strategy online. They
got together and decided to make
networking instead of doing it behind the scenes. They made a group decision.
Yeah.
No, nothing like Dick Cheney and all those oil companies and how they cheated the system and all that. It's like they get away with it, and these people did nothing wrong.
No, they all get together. They do the same damn thing. Everybody's on each other's horn. Hey, we're going to be buying this. We're going to be doing this. Yeah. We're going to be dropping this. They can manipulate that market anytime they want. They can crash it anytime they want. Yeah. That thing is rotten. It's a gamble. It's fake. It's fuck. And it can easily, people might think they know what they're doing, and be careful because a lot of them do. But you got to watch out for the traps, man.
You do. And that's why they say if you're going to play in the stock market, you're supposed to spread it around because you don't know which one's going to go up and down. You're supposed to. Yeah. But like you said, if you put all your money in the stock market and you have another crash, you can lose it all too. I know people who retired and then that big housing bubble bust, they had to come out of retirement. Or if you remember before the housing bubble, there was the .com bubble.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody was buying every stock that had the word .com.
Yeah.
And then that belly up.
Yeah, they got to be careful because this could have been a setup. I don't think it is, but it could have also been a setup to show the common person you can put your money in. And then they're going to set up another big ass trap because now everyone thinks they can do it. And they're going to put all their shit in and like, oh, we just duped everybody. It could have been a setup. Now, again, I don't think it was. I think some of the guys just figured it out. But now it could be a setup.
Well, it's not just figuring it out. It's just like, well, if I buy it and if I have, say you're on YouTube, I don't know how many subscribers they have. Say you had 500,000 subscribers watching you and you get 10,000 of them, just 10,000 of them to buy stock, maybe $100 a piece. You know,
they say why Robert Wood? Why do you think it was possibly a setup? Because the news reported it. That's why. Well, if the news reported it, you're supposed to know about it. If you're supposed to know about it, then maybe.
This is why it's not illegal, because if you watch the news, they interview people all the time on what they think the next stock's going to be big.
Yeah.
And how many people bought stocks off of them.
Yeah, true.
Because they said, about 2 years, this is going to go from here to here.
Yeah.
You know,
because they've already proven.
It's just the difference is grown people are still unlikely to take money in a wallet, where young people are like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean? Why I tell people be cautious, man. I don't like traps. Right now, I am trusting nobody. I don't give a shit what's on the fucking news. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying it did happen, but it might have been a setup also. Just putting in people's heads so they'll think, I better double think sometimes. I better stop and just think about, is this a trap? Is this a trap? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's a good deal. I'm not trying to put any skepticism, but I am putting skepticism because there's a lot of fucking people out there to steal in this time. Everybody wants your fucking money now. It's like a big grab for all. It's aggressive. I've never seen it so aggressive. I was doing the research on the CFM engines, and these motherfuckers have made $1.7 billion between 2017 to present. I'm like, and they only made $30 billion between 1974 to 2017, but now they've made a chunk of money during the pandemic. So how is that happening? Nobody's flying anywhere. So how are these engines getting purchased in advance? For what? There's nobody flying. How are they? A lot of shady, weird shit. I don't trust them.
It's just. I love it when people get together and they do things not illegal. They did everything by the rules.
I loved it.
And they just got a lot of people to go on, and nobody did it with swords, weapons, or nothing. They did it the right way, and the people they hurt were just the million billionaires.
The billionaires, fuck them.
Now,
but billionaires will fuck with you too.
This is what else is kind of cool.
What's that?
This is kind of cool. I actually have a Reddit. I actually have I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but I have Gypsy Row on Reddit, and sometimes that's my website for Reddit, and sometimes I'll post whatever kind of show we did here. And what was kind of cool was, I'm going to do a share screen. Okay. So this is Reddit, Bob.
Yeah.
So under my name, I post some stuff that's on our show and on our stuff.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this guy, I love this guy. He took our Scientology story and he moved it over to his Scientology channel on Reddit.
Cool.
And if you scroll down, posted by OMG Luck, and thank you to him. And it's gotten over 12 comments. People talked about it, and he wrote on there that Gypsy Row takes Scientology personality tests live. And I just think it's fantastic because I wasn't expecting somebody to put us on Scientology. And I noticed that at that time, our sub count, it's all interesting. Was that like, it was at 10,602. As of today, it's above it's above 700, 10.7, because I got some Scientology. Because somebody put it on Scientology, and there were some comments, and so that was fantastic. And actually, because of the comments, right?
Yeah,
I was actually in the chat, and I said, "Hey, is there somebody here that actually been inside this church who knows a lot about this? Let me know. I could always do another future show."
Yeah.
On someone on the inside, and I got a response. Goes, yes, I've been in this place. Yes, I wouldn't mind going on your show in the future and talk about a guy that's from the inside of Scientology. He's not a full Scientologist, but he's been inside the church.
Awesome.
And all that. Awesome. And it's just kind of cool how things that you don't even expect. You're like, wow, like that's cool.
Moving on up.
You know, I love it. I mean, you know, I wasn't like spending a lot of time on Reddit. I just put things on Reddit, you know, after our show. So, you know,
yeah.
When I used to go to Reddit, right? You go, everybody has these like different sites on Reddit.
Yeah.
But anytime you post, most of these posts, it's got to be approved by the Pinder. So, you know, and it's kind of cool. I know. And then if I go to 12 comments, let me see here. Let's see here with the 12 comments. Cool. One of the things that puzzles me about Oxford capacity tests is there's no such thing. I wonder why Oxford hasn't been able to address this faults. You know, because they talk about like we did the test.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll give them is that they have a lot of blood on their hands. Not a large amount of people have been mortal danger. I don't see any mass suicides in the future, but the financial repercussions are huge. All cults. Now I love this because this is all based on my thing.
Wow.
You know, I'm reminded that correct. You know, this guy's sending me this, and then like, you know, to the post discuss a link video that only lasted 37 questions. Yeah, I know. I told them that.
Yeah.
I wrote them that yes, I was doing the questions live, but there are so many questions that it was going to take up the whole show.
Yeah. I wonder how many of them are probably talking amongst themselves going, hey, didn't Xenu fly in a 747?
But it's just cool because you don't. But Bob, you don't know who's watching your show.
You don't
know because he wrote Gypsy Rose taking a Scientology personality test live and put our channel on there.
Thank you.
You don't know who's watching. Now this guy's not a psychologist, but he writes about the conspiracy and the cults of it.
That's cool, man. I like this person. That's what we do. Fuck them cults, man. Don't give in, people. Don't give nobody your money, man. If you do, you're just stupid.
He calls it a place. He calls it a place to discuss Scientology.
Nice. Yeah.
And
nice.
You know, like I said, I'll put my Reddit page if people want to. I don't think I have anybody signed up under Reddit, but if you guys want to, go for it because you never know who's watching. And dude, what's fun is, Bob, I didn't know I was going to be talking to other people about Scientology on their site.
No.
I had no idea.
We're just that damn good. That's why we like to spread ourselves out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't show this on purpose to promote myself on Reddit. I just wanted to show you that you don't know who's watching. And sometimes your site, and the guy was glad that I noticed, and I went over there and talked in their link. Like, look, he's here.
Yes, the Wood Boys, they're all here in the actual Reddit site talking to us. You damn right.
That's cool, Eric. Guys helping you get out there in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Hell yes. Yes. We're here to help you.
And these people, and you're thinking this site, right? You're thinking they're for Scientology. No, they're not. They're talking about how dishonest or kind of cult wise kind of thing we do here that we don't promote.
No,
we're discussing it.
Chaotic, neutral, non-biased. We just try to let everybody have their platform and see how it sounds. You guys see if you want to salute that flag or not. That's up to you. That's all on you. Information only. Distributing information only. Only the messengers. Don't kill the messengers. Be nice to us. I gotta take my COVID medicine. COVID medicine. So my what the fuck news should be there. It's a quickie. It's an easy one. Get it out of the way.
Oh, okay.
It should be because I think I downloaded it. Yeah, I think I downloaded it.
Here.
There we go. I think it's there. Yeah, it's there. Okay.
Let me go back here. Let's see. Let me hit refresh because the last thing here it is. I got it. Cool. I'll play this and then I'll kind of show you something else for my what the fuck that kind of like what the fuck? I didn't know what. Okay.
I like doing what the fucks. I like it when you do your crazy ones. We kind of like fill it up a little bit, let people know what kind of wackiness is out there in different disciplines. So you guys have, you can just go to another fucking site and learn about the same old Mandela effect shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Where you can learn about things that are just in general changed and weird in the environment, just people's attitudes, everything.
Or not just like learn the same old ME, but people don't go deep enough behind the origin of it. Kind of like go behind and then you discover other stuff. Kind of like what we did with Monopoly. We found out about this Elizabeth woman and how the landlord game. That's like you're giving a piece of history that is a fact.
Yeah, and people are doing it now with the stock market. It's exactly. I'm sure somebody put a game out there at GameStop telling you how to do the stock market. So it paid itself off.
I'm going to change my audio. So there we go. Let me hit stop. Let me go back here.
All right. Do I get the sound?
Yeah, I'm getting it ready. I have so many fucking tabs up. I got so many tabs up. Let me see here. There it is.
Welcome to What the Fuck News.
All right. Here we go. Let me press play here. Play.
I like what I'm reading. I really enjoy some literature before I get deep and philosophical. I'm Robert Wood, and welcome to What the Fuck News. I'm here to tell you things that are completely stupid to me because I'm completely dumb. So if I'm dumb, I'm figuring you're dumb too. So we'll talk about dumb things, but they might not be entirely that dumb. Well, we'll find out for ourselves. Now, it's important to understand there's a thing called the Goldilocks zone. The Goldilocks zone is where the Earth is supposed to be, and it's the distance between the Earth and the sun, where it's not too hot and not too cold, and it's just right where life can flourish. And it's very, very rare in my time to have anything within the Goldilocks zone. I mean, it's very, very, very rare. We are lucky to be alive. There is no God or anything like that. We are just here, and we are here by chance, according to science. Now, what's really interesting is back in my time when I worked at the Museum of Flight, talked about astrology and how rare it was that we're alive. It's not so rare anymore. In fact, pretty much every sun has a fucking inhabitable zone. It used to be Goldilocks zone. Now it's the inhabitable zone. They're like 4.1, let me take these glasses off, 4.1 billion stars in the Milky Way, roughly. How do they know? I don't know. And actually 3.6 billion of those stars have a habitable planet now. It used to be just us, but we're not the only kids on the block anymore. In fact, we're in a big-ass city of life. It's all over the place. You guys used to think we were alone, but we're not. They're using the Kepler telescope and the data set, and they're also working with GEA, the satellite, which is a European Space Agency. Huh? When the fuck did that happen? But the European Space Agency is doing an account of all the stars. That's their job. They're mapping all the stars in the Milky Way. And with each star in the Milky Way, there is pretty much a planet just like ours within it, the Goldilocks zone. So it turns out that the entire universe, the Milky Way, is teeming with life. Because if it's life here in this Milky Way, then there's life all the other galaxies. So it's kind of like we're not alone anymore, just like that Jewish guy said over in Israel when we're dealing with the Galactic Federation or something, whatever. In my time, the Kepler telescope was broken, but magically it must have been fixed in space. I don't remember that happening, but apparently it's fixed and working just great. just keeping it real basic with this one, they predict about 88% of life out there, or 88% of us having life out there percentage-wise in the Milky Way galaxy. So take that home with you. And that's about it. That's all I want to tell you. So keep your eyes to the stars and keep your eyes to the ground and keep the eyes in front of you with wiggle, jiggles, and higgles. And have a wonderful day. We're not alone anymore, Toto. We've got people in space. Space people. We're not the only one. Actually, yeah. Great.
Okay.
All right. There it is.
Tell us about it.
Well, it turns out that it used to be, like you were probably told, and everybody else in the sidebar, like myself, and then worked at the Museum of Flight and everyone, that we were very, very rare to have life. We were so lucky, Eric, that we're in the Goldilocks zone, that it's almost near impossible for us to even be alive. There's no God in the equation in science. It's strictly pure chance and luck. But I don't know what's going on now, because it turns out that they keep rethinking the stars. They have this thing called the New Drake equation, Eric, and it determines. I'll just kind of hold it up there for you. It's on my cup. The New Drake equation, whatever. But it shows how rare it is to have life in space. But all of a sudden, dude, within the last few years, they've been hinting at life outside of this fucking turtle. I don't know if you're a flat earther. I don't care. I don't know if you're whatever agers, whatever outside of the firmament. Who knows? But whatever's out there in them little dot thingies, there are life. Now, they say each sun, it's a random set of planets for each sun that it's impossible. You might get lucky. But now they're saying almost every sun has an inhabitable planet that could sustain life. Huh? When the it used to be rare, like we're like, yeah, they stuck it, they pushed it into your head, but now I can't stop hearing about there is extraterrestrial life out there. It's constant, and now their scientists are confirming it, that these almost every sun has a planet that can sustain life, and they keep finding inhabitable Earth-like planets. It's coming at us like fucking chips on a board playing cards, man. More chips. Oh my God, there's more life and more life. It's just, and then of course they've got the Galactic Federation out of Jerusalem. That guy was like, okay, here we go. Are we preparing, Eric, for the great unveiling of the truth? Are we going to finally find out that there is, in fact, extraterrestrial life, and they do exist? That's what it keeps pushing towards with these new data sets that keep coming in from the narrative of the scientists that we all called, fuck them. Yeah, I was part of that field. But Here we go. Now we talked about UFOs. We had all those UFO pictures. There's more and more UFOs every day. It's just slamming with UFOs.
Yeah. Bigfoot. We are going to be talking about Mothman in a little bit. We'll get to the Mothman, because it is interesting stuff.
Yeah, we got to get to that. Don't worry. Eric got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff. We're just kind of doing a what the fuck's, getting them out of the way. So it kind of adds to it's the icing on the cake. So guys, prepare yourself for the big unveiling pretty soon. We don't know. Either that or we're going to have a great reset and everyone's going to die in flames and ocean waves. But the aliens are going to save us.
It builds, Bob. It builds. That's what it does.
It's building itself up. I can't stop reading. I used to hate science papers. They're boring. Now all of it, everybody's in. Everybody. This has changed. It might not be any more dark matter anymore. This has changed. Black holes are disappearing and reappearing. There's plasma rings out there. There's radio waves coming out of the black hole with actual transmission. what the fuck is coming out now?
Well, okay. So here's mine.
So
Might not be like pure like WTF what the fuck news.
No, it's still good.
But I was doing research yesterday.
Yeah.
For a podcast.
Yes.
I was doing research on Nelson Mandela himself on my podcast.
Oh, cool.
And when I do research, I like to dig deep into different categories. Who came up with it. And so I was digging deep into Fiona Broom. And if anybody who doesn't know Fiona Broom, I'm not. This is not a Mandela Effect show today. It's about Mothman, but Fiona Broom is the one who coined the phrase about the phenomenon of.
Didn't know that
of Mandela Effect. She coined it, right?
She did.
And I was doing a lot of interesting research. It's on the podcast. I'm not going to talk about the podcast, but I learned how they call people who died twice. There's actually a phenomenon, Bob, that there is a name of a phenomenon when people die twice.
No shit. What's it called? What's it called?
I should say, no, you're going to have to listen to the podcast. It's actually called Alive Again phenomenon.
Alive Again phenomenon.
Yes. It's when people die twice in life. It's called Alive. Oh. It's called Alive Again phenomenon. But I'm talking here. So when I went to do research, I learned all this by doing the research on Fiona Broom. And here, let me go up.
Alive Again phenomenon.
Alive Again phenomenon. It's a real word. It's called Alive Again phenomenon.
I've never heard of it in psychology. I've never heard anybody use that.
That's what I was telling you, Bob. When you research deeper into it, you can learn a lot of new stuff.
Alive Again phenomenon.
To go even further. Okay. So I was getting some information like books, like how many books when they come out on Mandela effects. So I was reading she has a biography here, right? And it talks about who she is, and it talks about like here. She studied ghosts and haunted places in the US and Canada and UK, Ireland. Over 300 of her original articles appear at hollowhill.com. So Bob, when you read that, right? Hollowfield, like, oh my God, she's writing articles for these websites, right? This is awesome. Now, when you actually go to the hollowfield.com, right? Hollowhill.com.
Hollow Hill.
That's where 300 of her articles go to, right? 300. So you're thinking like, man, she must be getting paid or something. But then you're like, if you go about this site is created by her.
Of course. Oh, why would that?
And what I'm getting at is, wait, to make it sound sexy that you're writing all these articles for her website?
For your own site.
For your own website. So Bob, it'd be like you and I saying, Bob write all these stories and he puts it on the gypsyroad.live website. Well, Gypsy Road, that guy owns it. He fucking owns it. He didn't know anymore. Did you know, Bob, that Fiona Broom also has, where is it here? It's called Hollowfield Ghost Hunting Academy.
My God.
Did you know she even has an academy?
No, is it actually a school you can attend, or is it like an online where you can pay lots of money?
Basics, your first ghost hunting tools and talent, although ghost investigation, ghost hunting dangers, protecting for ghost hunters, ghost hunting teams, and going pro.
Well, then now that she's dead now. I want to go hunt for her ghost. I'm gonna go bother her in her death stage.
Hold on. Is Fiona Broom?
Oh, she's dead.
Dead?
She's 6 feet under with a mask on. That is one ugly, fugly ass. She's not a very handsome creature, I'll tell you that.
Doesn't say anything. I can't find anything that she's dead.
Oh, she's dead. But maybe she came back. Maybe she's part of the live again sentences program.
So she has a Ghost Academy website, and of course, the Hollow Heel, like I said, that says that she does all this fantastic writing for it, is a website that she owns.
Well, yeah, of course. It's like a lot of famous people. I'm an author of what? Of your own shit? Who are you authoring for? Yeah, she's I don't like this. I don't want to insult people in the Wiccan societies by saying her name. I don't want to even. They don't even want to associate with that fucking coos. That's the nastiest, unhandsome lady.
And it's just funny because I they name these names, and I found stuff that she actually worked with Cynthia Sue Larson, who's another book writer.
I guess
how they come up with these terms, the phenomena, the alive.
Yeah, they're using
This is funny because like the research I did yesterday for the Nelson Mandela. And you guys listen to my podcast on it. According to my research and surveys, as reported in my book, Quantum Jumps, 27% out of 567 survey respondents reported that yes, they have seen dead people and animals alive again. If so many people are now reporting they experienced this, what are the earliest documents cases of the phenomenon? Now this report, this whole alive again phenomenon, why I bring it up is based on 27% out of only 567 survey. Now listen, let me tell you this. Listen. I do polls on my channel, right?
Yeah.
Now, most likely the results I'm going to get are people kind of like us.
Yeah.
So the polls, what I'm trying to say is polls are nothing but bullshit, right?
Well,
I explained in the podcast, like if you're a Republican and you're doing a poll based on a Republican kind of a thought, you're going to go to a Republican college to do this poll and not go to a Democratic college. You can manipulate a poll by the people, kind of people you're asking these questions on. Like if you ask questions on how the government sucks, you're going to go to a poor area in a mall, a poor area. Yeah. Of course, you hate the government. You know what I mean? You're going to go to a poll. So based phenomenons calling it alive again and all that, it's just such a bullshit thing that and I learned all this because I was researching why the name Nelson Mandela was being used. When you start researching, going back and back and back, you're learning that a lot of this stuff was created with these fake phenomenon names to sell books, because if you had her book, you learn about the poll.
You learn about the poll. That's right.
That really is truly what the fuck.
Now, just I'm saying against it, but remember, now I do know for a fact that David Bowie did die around the 2000s, and that motherfucker lived till about 2016. I was like, he's dead. Unless I heard the media wrong and the media was lying, that motherfucker was dead. He's alive.
No, like I said, it doesn't mean the phenomenon itself isn't real.
Correct.
It's based on a fake. It's based on a bullshit.
Correct.
One. But the phenomenon behind it is what's real.
Yes.
They just made it sexy by adding a sexy name to it.
Yeah. Okay? The ugly lady.
Like I was saying in the podcast.
Yeah.
One of the main things when you consider somebody could be a fraud is when somebody else claimed the name. Not claimed it, but put the name to it and got popular. And then when other people are saying, well, yes, but I was discovering this phenomena way before that. She just coined it. That's when people are trying to take credit. For name, trying to say, but I was doing it longer. That's when you're thinking like, who the fuck are these two?
Yeah, I think actually old Leroy lives behind the garage. I think he coins all this stuff secretly and no one gets him any credit for it. Yeah, I think he's
I'm just using Ben as an example. He's been on our show before, great guy. If you had him and like Cynthia Larson on my show, both talking about effects, I'm more likely to believe Ben
yeah, me too.
because Ben is not doing it to make money off books. He's not. He doesn't gain nothing out of it. That's why we do these shows, because everybody who watches us are not gaining stuff to put in their books. They're not gaining. You're not going to us to learn the full origin of a Mothman. You're going to us because we're going to be talking about it together. We're going to be reading articles together.
Yeah.
These are the people that I like to hear stories from, because they're not gaining stuff for themselves. They're not making money out of it.
Yeah, they've got, she's got, was it Cynthia Sue Larson, which I'm not going to put her down. She's a beautiful person, excellent attitude. She just has sandwiches that magically appear for her. Okay.
Well, I called it in my podcast. It's the new way. It's in the new wave hippie kind of the
new age hippie movement. I'm like,
it's all new age. It has you're taking a phenomenon and you're adding new age. So it's like you're taking a simple phenomenon about things changing, and then you're adding way too much spiritual shit to it.
Oh yeah, it's
we're gonna take something simple like this donut shop used to be called Donut Pope. So donut shop. But then they're going to add it like, yes. And then one day it just appeared on top of my fridge. Or it just appeared. No, it did not just appear. A word changed. It did not just appear magically like you're running out of coffee. Bob, I'm out of coffee. Well, look, it just appeared.
Magically appeared coffee.
Or I'll do it this way. Look at this magic. Look at this hand.
Oh, you disappeared.
Look, whoa, just appeared.
How did you do that? How is it even possible?
You guys see that? Guys,
how is it even possible?
It's gone.
It's gone. Oh, dude. I saw that with my own in real time.
Let me think hard.
I saw that in real time. It happened. You could do it. Flush when you're done. Flush when you're done. Oh, man, that's believable. I'm confused by that whole thing you just did.
You're taking a phenomenon and you're kind of making a joke when you're adding too much stuff to it. And that's what I was discovering. Oh, yeah. Look, Ben.
It's a book.
Well, thank you, Ben, for being part of that conversation.
It's a book. A lot of these ass clowns are just authors. And that's why I'm not hating them. They're just authors. I've been surrounded by writers my whole life. I write stuff myself. And so they're just writers. Everything they're talking about is a science fiction. They're proving anything. They're just talking shit and then writing it, and you buy the book. I mean, and all the power to them. Because if you're going to spend money for fucking garbage, if you're going to waste money.
We got a new follower. We got a new D-Live follower.
Yes.
One, thank you for following us. We love it. We got a new follower. I like it.
Hello, these nuts. I love that. I used to say that maybe.
All right, guys.
These nuts.
All right. Now we're gonna be talking about Mothman.
Mothman.
Now, Mothman is interesting as shit. I mean,
he is
interesting, and I'm glad Bigfoot Anonymous is in the chat, because seems like he has a lot of knowledge, because he does a lot of Bigfoot stuff. Now, Bigfoot and Mothman are two different kind of beings.
Two different
kind of beings.
Completely different.
I'm going to say there is an actual movie called the Mothman Prophecies.
Yeah.
And I actually rewatched it last night. And
Richard Gere.
And I'm going to say, first of all, this is not a movie review.
Yeah.
But it's a tough movie to watch.
Yeah. It's tough. I can't look at him anyway.
Movie, no offense, but Richard Gere is such a boring fucking actor.
Yeah. And once he had that gerbil up his rectum, I can't watch him. He was in the hospital. The rumor was in California, Hollywood, he had a gerbil stuck on his rectum. I can't watch him no more.
Yeah, he's such a hard person to watch. And it was a hard watch. There was, it's interesting about the story about the bridge behind, we're gonna get into the bridge, but
yes,
That's a hard movie to watch, people. I'm not saying I recommend it or not, but if you're going to watch it, get a lot of coffee, because if I was making this movie, I would have taken him out and put Bill Murray in it just to spice it up.
I would have put Bill Murray in his place.
Because it was a tough watch. It is. I now I remember why I never watched it again.
Yeah, I can't watch Richard Gere anyway. He had a gerbil in his rectum, man. They had to remove it surgically in the hospital.
Now,
I'm not saying it's true. That's just a rumor. We only talk rumors. I don't know if that's true or not.
What I'm going to put was a tough watch. All right. Yeah. Tom Murray just put that. The Mothman Prophecy was a tough watch. It was. It wasn't like fully boring to max, but
yeah.
Even him in that fucking movie, with the
any movie,
with the hooker, with the
girl lady, I can't remember the name, actress.
Yeah, where he's a rich guy and he picks up the Richard Gere
with the hooker lady. I don't know.
Oh God.
I wonder if she showed up with a bag full of gerbils for him. How does that even work, man?
Richard Gere was
gotta be abuse.
No, hey, Tom. If you don't know this story, we're not joking. There was a story that came out, and I can't say if it's real, that it's not.
Can't say if it's real.
Maybe the story is even a Mandela effect. I don't know. But the story goes that Richard Gere had to go to the hospital because they were playing with gerbils in their butts, and the gerbil actually got stuck in his anus. Julia Roberts. Yeah, Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Whatever that fucking movie was called.
Somebody will put it in there. I guarantee you somebody's watched it. Yeah, so the story goes that there was a fad running around for people of a certain community were putting gerbils up their bungholes, and then it was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Pretty Woman. There it is. Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Yes.
How do we get off American Woman?
How do we go from gerbils and rectums to Mothman? But anyway, Mothman.
Because Richard Gere was in the Mothman movie. On that. Now, the story kind of originated in a town called Point Pleasant, where the legend of the Mothman kind of began. So where is Point Pleasant? So I thought for fun, I got Google Maps out just so we can kind of get an idea. Where is this town even in the first place? So can you see the map?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it small. Hold on a second. Okay. Now in the United States of America, Mothman is more known in the West Virginia area. Isn't it weird how Kentucky, Indiana is called Midwest states?
Yes,
it looks like more towards the right than in the middle.
It's all screwed up, man. Where's Texas Danny right now? This is all fucked up. It's all screwed up.
I know. We need Texas Danny. I'm not. It's just funny.
Everything's changed. Anyway, go back to Mothman. We're way up.
So in West Virginia. So let's zoom in. So West Virginia. And it's kind of neat try to learn the area on, Columbus. Let's see. We're gonna keep going down. Okay, and of course, what's famous is the bridge, because there's a bridge here that's famous. And let me get this off, and we'll go back to the map if we need to. So, where is it? Here it is. Meet the Mothman. Okay, the true story behind the legendary Mothman said to terrorize West Virginia. Now, when you think of Mothman, right? Some people might think, well, maybe it's like a Bigfoot. No. Bigfoot doesn't terrorize, or that we don't know of.
We don't know.
Is in the woods behind. Bigfoot is in the chat. He could probably explain more about Bigfoot.
Coming right at us.
But this Mothman attacks you like in your minds, puts things in your minds. It creates horror. It creates. Some say it gives you a vision of a big death that's going to be coming. So if you go here, the true story behind the legendary Mothman said to terrorize West Virginia. As the legend has it, the flying Mothman of Point Pleasant scared countless locals in the late 1960s. So this story of Mothman goes back from the 60s. And when a bridge collapsed, the creature was blamed for the deaths of 46 people, because the story goes that right before the bridge was going down, that people saw on top of the bridge a winged type person. Now you can analyze it, and a lot of people say that it was probably just a bird. We don't know. We weren't there. We can't. But I'm just saying the legend really begins there, that somebody saw this big bird, and there were stories that people on the bridge saw visions of this happening, that was going to happen, but nobody thought it was going to happen. And when they were on this bridge, when they saw that, of course, Birdman visions of this happening, and it collapsed, and 46 people died. Let me see here. On November 12th, 1966, in Clinton, West Virginia, a group of grave diggers working in a cemetery spotted a strange. They glanced up from their work as something huge soared over their heads. It was a massive figure that was moving rapidly from tree to tree. The grave diggers would later describe this figure as a brown human being. This was a reported sighting of what would come to known as the Mothman, an elusive creature that remains as mysterious as it was the night that a few frightened witnesses first laid eyes on it. Now, this is the picture right here. You can see the picture. Yeah. This is the legend of the Mothman Point of Pleasant. Now, of course, that's a newer bridge, because the original bridge collapsed.
Yeah.
A small town in Port Pleasant, West Virginia, along the bank of the Ohio River. Okay. Now, just 3 days after the gravediggers' initial report, the nearby Point Pleasant, West Virginia, two couples noticed a white-winged creature is about 6 or 7 feet tall, standing in front of their car that they were all sitting in.
Wow.
Okay? Eyewitness told the local paper, the Point Pleasant Register, that the beast had bright red eyes, about 6 inches. Now, some analyst says the red eyes came from an owl. Now, because owls have eyes that go red. Now, that could be true, but according to the report, these eyes were a lot bigger.
And 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart on the head.
Yeah. Now, according to witnesses, the creature was able to fly at incredible speeds, perhaps as 100 miles per hour. All of them agreed that the beast was clumsy runner on the ground. One scientist, not a scientist, but an analyst, said it could have been one of those, what do you call it, the dinosaur days, the stork?
A pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl that somehow still existed. Now that's a far stretch.
Why not? No, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Nobody knows if those things had red eyes.
Yeah.
Knowing how absurd the must sounded, from the local paper, 1960 insisted that application could have been fragmented of the imagination. Now, what's awesome? Now, this is fucking awesome about this town. This town embraced the story, not hide from it. They actually created a statue of the infamous Mothman, and they have a yearly parades and parties from this. So, kind of like the Area 51, the town next to it, where they embrace UFOs. I think that's awesome shit.
They're making money off it.
Why not?
They're smart. Why not?
Gettysburg makes their money off the town, off the Civil War.
Yep.
So why not? Why not the Mothman? I have no problem with that. I wish our towns would have that.
Yeah. This is the biggest story of the Mothman, which made the Mothman movie.
This is what I was talking about. A simple explanation for the Mothman myth. Some people said that on that bridge, it could have been this on top of the bridge. I don't know, maybe, but I would think something like that on top of a bridge, or in person, that thing's so smaller than the size that they're saying it is.
Yeah,
be able to compare, but maybe
so.
What is this?
Big ass bird.
Laboratory and supervisor's office, asset area, part of the local, now referred as TNT area, 1942. Well, there's like stories about people in a laboratory and stuff that seen the Mothman. You know, I'm not going to read every single story, but the Silver Bridge collapse. Silver Bridge collapse was constructed in 1928, connected to Point Pleasant, Ohio, name credited. Now, guys, when I'm reading this, I'm not reading the chat. So if you guys are saying something interesting, I'm not seeing it at the moment, just so everybody knows. Now, this is up right now. Name credited to aluminum color paint used. First I-bar suspension bridge of its type in the U.S. Rush hour collapse on the 15th of December, 1967. Resulted in 31 vehicles falling into the river, killing 46 and injuring 9. Failed I-bar, joint and weld identified as cause. Resulted in congressional passage of National Bridge Inspection Standards in 1968. So because of the Mothman, the Mothman caused that National Bridge Inspection Standards in 1968. So all these standards for bridges that they have to inspect them now started because of this legend.
Yeah, and remember, 1967, what does that come out to? Well, 1 and 9 is 10, 6 and 7 is 13. 113.
Now, this is talking about the, on 15, just over a year, the first Mothman sighting, because the Mothman started a year before that, where the legend started to grow.
Yeah.
And you talk about how it originally built, the bridge was packed with cars, the place strand, because something was going on with the lights and something. So all these cars were stuck on the bridge.
Yeah.
With all that weight. So basically, basic terms is people thinking it collapsed because we had too many cars, too much weight at one time.
Yeah.
That wasn't moving across.
Yeah.
But of course, to let it go, it was Mothman who brought it down.
Yes. That I don't think I think Mothman was just letting people know it's gonna happen. I'm
gonna put this in the chat. This page that I pulled up, because they can watch videos about people, the actual people in that town during that time, talking about the story of the Mothman.
Well, he could be the Grim Reaper.
Could be, but
could be the Grim Reaper.
If you seriously think about it, the psychological on messing with people's minds, it sounds more like a spiritual demon.
A spiritual demon, yep.
Demon, and you know what's funny is right after that movie ended, you know, sometimes if you leave the TV on, it picks another movie.
Yep.
Emily, the movie about Emily Rose, where she got possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
And where the you know, the priest goes into court. I forgot the whole title of it. That came on after. And actually, I was going to ask you a question. It was kind of funny in that movie, in the Emily Rose, where the priest was telling the lawyer that 3 o'clock, the reason things happen at 3 o'clock in the morning is because it's how the number is upside down for the devil. It means something for Satan, that there was a reason why at 3 o'clock in the morning they call it the devil hour. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but if it's the devil hour, right, at 3 o'clock in the morning, then does the devil know about Pacific Standard Times? Or
yeah, I don't think he does.
Time. So like when our times goes back an hour from 3 to 2 o'clock or 3 to 4 o'clock, where Arizona, I think Arizona, the time doesn't change. Does that mean the devil will fuck over people with different times?
Different time, depending on the time zone. The devil would have to move around. I mean, if he sets it to the Greenwich Mean Time over here in London, and then if he has a chronology chronograph,
is Premonimal. I know he has a lot of religion background.
Yeah.
Does the devil know what time zone he's in for 3 o'clock? Does he know about savings times?
I imagine if he was, I mean, I know that the devil cooks food. If he cooks cakes or he cooks like pancakes, you got to kind of know the flip time. You got to have a watch. So he's probably got a chronograph. And he knows what time it is. I mean, I'm sure he's a hangout guy. And
I don't know why I was thinking that. I was just thinking, I go, what if that 3 o'clock is the night that the time goes back an hour?
True.
Does the devil know that? Does he know he has to possess you an hour earlier? Does he know that?
I'm sure he was the one who actually created the daylight savings time. Probably he did that. He probably the one that probably made Caesar invent the daylight savings time.
We could honestly probably do a whole show on how does the devil know when savings time comes in to possess people at 3.
Right. Right, that's true. Maybe the Mothman is the devil.
Why not? I mean, there's pictures of the devil that has wings, and
right, like a moth or like a bat. They also called it the Batman. The Batman. They called it Batman because they resembled a bat. Also, they don't know if it was a bat or if it was. Well, here's the weird thing. Now, look at the.
What you said there is true.
Yeah,
because the name Mothman was developed because they had comics of Batman already there. And with the red eyes and the wings, that's how the name Mothman got started. You are 100% correct.
It was originally in the papers as Batman. It was a Batman. It looked like they were saying it was a bat-looking character, a Batman. And then it switched over to Mothman over time. So it was like, I remember watching a documentary on it, and it was talking about, they called it a Batman. Well, I mean, they're really similar. The damn thing's never really fucking clear in what you see it. It's, again, if it's a demon or a djinn or a grim reaper, it's not going to come in super clear when you see it.
Yeah,
it's going to give you whatever it wants you to see.
No, you're right on the money. I was watching some documentaries, and they talked about that's how the Mothman originated because of the character Batman.
Batman, yeah, Batman. People don't know that. No, was this Mothman? Well, it's a Batman.
Now, apparently, like, people have taken pictures, images. I've seen this everywhere. If you see it right there, that little circle is supposed to be the shape of a Batman. It's like a oversized bat. What if it was just an oversized bat somehow?
What if the virus, not to go into that detail, was actually talked about it coming from a bat soup? What if it came from Mothman urine? What if they ate Mothman in China? What if one of the indigenous peoples in the forest saw Mothman, shot it, made a soup out of it, people drank it and got sick, spread a disease around? Right? They did say it was a bat.
I mean, you never know. Well, how is Godzilla made? A lizard from radiation. How we know this is a bat based on radiation?
Yes.
That deform, and one of its kind. Because sometimes with radiation, when they get deformed, they can't have babies anymore. That part's done. So that's why you don't see any more. That's why maybe it could have been a one-off bat.
Well, remember, they spotted it. Now, it's been spotted all over the world. Guys, we got a different thing. It's been spotted. We're just playing around right now. It's been spotted all over the world. Okay, so all over the back of the turtle, whatever you want to call this place. This thing has been spotted more than this other place we're talking about now. But yeah, so it's the place we're talking about now used to be an ammunition factory. Remember, for World War II. It was an ammunition factory for World War II, and large at that. And then they stopped because the war was over. So the manufacturing business shut down. So maybe this is like a demon that was brought there specifically because of all the deaths from the ammunition that was fired in World War II.
Yeah. Now, you sent me this. You sent me this site. This is top 10 Mothman sightings with pictures to prove it is real. Like I said, that doesn't, honestly, I know where they're getting at with this, but honestly, that doesn't prove that it's real. Like I said,
these are just people
a bat.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Got the same picture, and then here's one that's had a famous picture, number 2, where looks like one of those dinosaur ones we were talking about earlier.
Pterodactyl. Rodan. You guys remember Rodan? I remember Rodan. I used to have when I was a kid, I had a toy. It was a Rodan. It was a Rodan. That looks like a damn pterodactyl.
And Rodan, you said something interesting there.
Yeah.
People remember the Godzilla, and when UFOs really took off was actually after the radio broadcast of War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
Once War of the Worlds came out, the stories of people seeing UFOs were never like recorded like that before, where everybody's coming out. It's kind of weird after this show. And they even said after Close Encounters of the Third Kind came out, that shape of the alien with that face, now everybody was seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, this and this, but like that picture there, people could have saw Godzilla or Mothman with Batman.
But don't forget, yeah. I mean, also they do moonshine out there. So the best way to scare people away if you're growing marijuana or brewing moonshine is to dress a guy up like a Rodan, like a big ass pterodactyl, and chase people around.
Now this one here, the Mothman sighting near the Twin Tower. Hold on.
Next to the Twin Tower.
Oh, hold on. It's going up. It's going. Here it is. Okay. Yeah. So the picture at the top with the bird. There was a Mothman sighting near the Twin Towers before they collapsed after the hijacked planes struck them. It made people start believing the Mothman wants to warn about a certain disaster that may occur. Now, guys, if you remember earlier in the show, we talked about how people had visions of the bridge, and people were seeing the Mothman out of nowhere starting from a year ago. Now, we're not saying that the buildings came down because of Mothman, but
I think so.
But the story goes, people see the Mothman first, and then tragedy happens after it.
Yeah. Maybe the answer is that everyone keeps pointing at the United States government for bringing down the Twin Towers. Maybe it was Mothman.
If the Mothman can bring down, if the story is true, if the Mothman can bring down a bridge,
Twin Towers,
it could have caused mind. Remember we said earlier that it controls the mind. It could have controlled the minds of
Mothman did it. There's the answer to everything. Mothman did it.
Jeepers Creepers, a Mothman.
Jeepers Creepers. Yes, I'm gonna watch that tonight. By the way, because I watched that. I couldn't watch the Richard Gere one because I kept thinking about the gerbils. And I feel bad for the gerbils, but I said later on after the show, Eric, I'm gonna watch Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers.
What was the creature for? Jeepers Creepers. Was that?
It was Mothman.
What is Mothman?
It was their rendition of Mothman.
The Creeper is a fictional character and the main anthropologist in the 2001 horror film Jeepers Creepers.
Yes.
Its sequel, Jeepers Creepers 2 and Jeepers Creepers 3, is an incident, a mysterious demon who seeks organs from humans to replace its own or damaged ones.
Yeah. Well, the first one didn't go that far, but I love Jeepers Creepers.
But
it's Mothman.
I can't remember. Did the X-Files ever do one on Mothman?
I don't know.
Now here's one. Not only in Virginia, Mothman is said to be sighted on different parts of the world too.
Yes.
Recently, it was sighted on Argentina. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, this picture looks totally fake.
How do you know?
I mean, I don't know, but it just doesn't. The eyes doesn't.
I want to believe it. I want to believe it.
Now here, like this one here, number 5. A creature was reported to fly over the sky in 2001, Salina, Missouri, Camden. It was also noted in different parts of England near the same period.
What? So there's a Mothman in England? No fucking way.
Different parts of England near the same time period.
I gotta find out. Maybe there was a swarm of them. Like a swarm of Mothmen.
But these look like half bats and half birds.
Yeah.
Because look at the wings. The wings is more like a bat, but the middle of it is more like a bird.
Yeah.
Like an
humanoid, but it has no neck. It reminds me of somebody, but it has no neck. Big, broad shoulders, 6 feet between the eyes, and big ass red eyes. Kind of like that's why they call it the Mothman, because it has big, oval red eyes that glow or reflect the sun's light in them. So obviously, it's nocturnal. It's nocturnal.
Where did you get those peepers?
Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? It's the movie. Jeepers Creepers.
Our people since we were here. I wonder if this will work. And then there's a museum right across the river here that is about Mothman. Yeah,
Mothman. Yes,
they actually do have museums on Mothman.
Damn right.
Now this picture here kind of looks like a picture of Superman flying fast. So once in a while, boating on the Ohio River, some people suddenly notice a creature that looks more or less like Mothman. They were not sure whether it was Mothman or something else, but it seems something unnatural. Well, they say that Mothman can fly over 100 miles per hour. So,
Yeah.
and if that's the case,
big wingspan.
Yeah, you're never going to get a clear picture.
Yeah, big wing. It's weird how it would fly that fast, but yeah. Or maybe it's the nitrogen in the air.
Now here's number 7. During the Easter, while children were playing in the ground, suddenly they noticed something unusual on the sky. It was something that was flying from a distance that they could understand whether the flying object was a Mothman or not. Eventually, they found the creature moving away from them. Now, I think, Bob, that was you when you're getting high.
Yeah, probably.
I think you were getting high with shrooms, and it caused you to float because you were so into it. Your ESP, kind of.
Well, no, I was a big fan. Remember Condor Man? You remember Condor Man?
Condor Man, yeah.
I think it was Walt Disney did Condor Man. Yeah, it was like a Condor Man outfit. It looked like, he had the big wings like a condor. He called himself Condor Man.
Who made Condor
Man? Maybe it's somebody like Condor Man.
Condor Man. Well, yeah, it's a Walt Disney production. Condor Man is a 1981 American adventure comedy superhero film directed by blah blah blah. A Walt Disney production. Yeah, so it is.
Yeah, Condor Man. So maybe it's somebody in a suit flying.
Yeah.
Could be like a Leonardo da Vinci's invention with the large wing. I worked on Leonardo's da Vinci's. In fact, there it is. It looks just like the same exact kind of shape too.
Yeah. Now
da Vinci's invention.
Could this be the Mothman? So there's a circle. Looks like an overlarge spider when I'm looking at the picture, but you never know. There's a common belief that Mothman is associated with disaster. However, there is big disaster. Mothman has been sighted by somewhere or someone or other, like before the collapse of the Silver Bridge, or like you said earlier, or even before 9/11. Disaster Mothman was viewed whenever there are chances that Mothman. And you know what? This is not a bash channel right now, but
no.
I bet you if you went over to a truther channel and they're talking about 9/11, and I bet you if you bring up Mothman, I bet people look at you and they'll laugh, right? They'll laugh at you. Like,
why would they laugh at you? It's stupid.
But it's funny, like their conspiracy are real, but they won't accept maybe a Mothman.
Yeah, I just came from Gypsy Roadshow, and the Wood Boys were talking about the Mothman did it. And they're going to see what happens after that. Yeah.
Well,
Mothman did it.
Well, people say that planes hitting it is all a CGI fake. Well, somebody has a picture of a Mothman. Well, why is that?
Mothman was there.
If everything else is considered CGI fake, you can't take out the possibilities that
it was Mothman
does exist.
Yeah.
Could be, it has to be a thought.
Maybe Mothman is doing all of these world destructions. Maybe he's causing all the weather to change. People think we're joking. We're not. We're not taking the piss out of it.
No.
Mothman could be doing it.
No.
Maybe it's an invasion. We don't know it. We just see little glimpses of it happening.
It's on these articles. We didn't write these articles. Now here, number 9. Just like there was a Mothman sighting in Argentina, Mothman was also seen in the UK. A little boy has drawn from what he had seen and then he had known for his elders that it was a Mothman. So a little boy drew this. Now he's a little boy, right? Maybe he just watched the Disney movie Condor Man.
Yeah.
I doubt.
He's mistaking it for Condor Man.
Most people don't even know who Condor Man is.
Yeah. No, he probably drew. Did the kid show a picture of the Mothman he drew? Or they don't show it.
Right there, that little figure.
That's what he drew. He drew. Oh, he drew that. Oh, that looks like a guy with a glider.
Yeah.
That's like a guy with a glider. Okay.
What does he say? Hold on. Bring up a picture of a giant golden crown flying fox. They are giant.
Yes, thank you for saying that. Yes. Do
giant
that. Thank you for saying that.
Fox.
Good job.
Hold
yes.
On. Giant.
Yes.
Giant What does it say? When I'm writing, I can't read at the same time.
Golden crowned flying fox.
Giant
Crowned.
Flying fox. Okay, I'm typing it in.
Wait till you see this. Yeah, it could be a cryptid. I know Bigfoot Anonymous. It brings up the cryptids. It could be a cryptid, like the flying foxes. It could just be a damn big one. It could be a flying orangutan with wings. Look at the size of that fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, if it's middle of the night and maybe these eyes glow redder in the night, you know, people
they do glow red. They've got big bulby eyes. That's a damn good thing to bring up. That flying fox, it looks like Mothman.
It could be.
What if they have a giant 6 foot?
Somebody could have brung one over wherever, brung it over to the States. You know, it's possible. I mean, look, like you said, look at those eyes. And I bet you at night they shine more red.
Now, I think technically they glide. They don't fly. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But that sure looks like what that kid drew. I mean, it looks like it. With your depth perception, you don't know how high it was. You could have saw it and thought it was big, but that looks just like it.
Look at this picture. It almost looks like it's a man.
It does. It does. Again, we're not taking away from the actual idea that there is a Mothman out there. We've been encouraged and we've made some jokes, but yes, that's also on the table. But we just kind of put some alternatives. This was a great thing to bring up. The golden crowned fox bat.
I didn't know about this.
I've never heard of it till like 2016. Like, what the fuck is that?
And then who says how big they can actually really get?
Yeah.
And look at this one. Look, some people might take a picture at night thinking those are horns.
They showed them with what look like moth antennas, but it could be the ear. It looks just like it if it was larger, but it's pretty damn big. I think they got bigger than that. They're bigger than the one she's holding. That's why he said bring up that particular. These are other types, but they have the large ones.
This is an Australian town batting by flying foxes.
Flying foxes. That's crazy. So if Mother Nature decided to go ahead and take a fox and give it wings, why could it not give it to an orangutan or some other humanoid?
It says the giant golden crown flying fox, also known as the golden cape fruit bat, is a species of megabit endemic to the Philippines since its description in 1831. 3 subspecies of the giant golden crown flying fox has been recognized, of which is extent. So it's a lot in the Philippines.
Yeah, great one to bring up, man. For an example,
well, I mean, that part of the country too, they experimented with radiation that could.
It's a cryptoid or whatever. It could exist, man. This thing just pops up. I'm like, I've seen it before. Why not? I mean, why? There are caves there because they had ammunition and they did blowing shit up, and they had those big domes, the indoor. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot. Plus, coal mines are all up and down that area, man. There's a lot of tunnels. Who knows what's below the surface of the ground? A lot of conspiracies behind that. There's a whole civilizations down there. Who's to say there's not dinosaurs, pterodactyls down there? Flying large bovines with wings. Who knows, man? This could be true.
Could be.
It's just weird it shows up around the time that things blow up.
Now here's number 10. Could this be Mothman in Germany? If it is there, has been no disaster in Germany yet. Well, they did try to take over the world, so maybe Mothman was part of that. In Germany, people saw something flying on the sky. Many people considered it to be Mothman. However, as Mothman is associated with some disaster, they are still worrying that there are no disasters in Germany after the Mothman was seen. Now, yeah, listen, you can't say Mothman is going to guarantee cause cause damage, because if it's true, if it's all true, then we would be seeing a lot more damage than there is now.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's I think one about Chernobyl too. It showed up in Chernobyl before that accident happened. So there's a lot of reports. I mean, again, people could be just saying, not only did it blow up before it happened, I saw Mothman. It was there that did it. Actually, the guys that blew it up probably saying it's Mothman.
Well, here's another story.
Chernobyl.
You sent this one.
Yes.
Staff saw infamous Mothman flying over reactors just before deadly explosion.
Just before the explosion. Again, people, that's what they said they saw. You use your intuition. Yeah, they saw Mothman flying over Chernobyl before it blew up. That goes back to the Grim Reaper. Is it the Grim Reaper? Is this the manifestation form it takes before something happens? Maybe to scare you away from Eric, put it this way. You're at Chernobyl, you're working at some place. All of a sudden you see this flying humanoid coming at you. My ass is packed. Well, actually, I'd shoot it and want to hunt it and show it off. But normally a person would go. They would leave. That's a sign. Get the fuck away. They think there's an invasion going on. And then that person's life is saved.
Australia takes all species and make it bigger.
Yes, they do.
Well, with that flying fox, doesn't that right there, it looks like a flying fox?
Looks like a flying fox. Yeah. Or Condor Man. Or Mothman. Or Batman. Or anything, man.
Mothman is Chuck Schumer. Because when he opens his mouth, moth fly.
Why not? Yeah. So, but they also talked about people doing spells, like doing black magic. Could have summoned and opened up a portal. They talk about portals opening up. The same thing how Bigfoot walks out of a portal. Well, why can't one of these walk out right after Bigfoot? Yeah. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and this article you sent talks about right here, the legend states, in these days leading up to April 26, 1986, that a supernatural creature was sighted in the sky over, Chernobyl by many of the men in the control room. They also claim that this has seen terrifying creature just before the explosion.
Yeah. So they claim. So we use the word, but why would Russians, did they watch Gears movie? No, they didn't. Did they read about something that happened in the States and just mimic the story? I don't think so. So they have their own separate story. It's in the opposite side of the fucking world. So yeah, they had a similar creature flying around. I would tend to want to believe their story. Don't know if it's true, but yeah.
In 2007, the second account I've heard the story comes from 2007, which says that people in and around the power plant began to experience a series of strange events revolving around sightings of a mysterious creature, also described as a large, dark, and mutated creature with large wings and piercing red eyes.
Ooh.
The people affecting the phenomenon is also experiencing nightmares and first-hand encounters with the winged beast. The nightmare part. We're talking about the dream sound. This is the kind of a cool picture.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. If it's real, but that's cool. A lot of effort made to make it cool if it's fake, but why would you do that? But that's cool.
It was almost like the picture was taken. Must have been like
it looks like an angel
or something.
Maybe angels look. How do we know that angels look like statuesque dancing girls? And what they could look like this. This could be an angel. Maybe that's what angels look like.
Why? Yeah. Why is it not an angel? It could be an angel.
I mean, why did everyone wants to think of a Chippendale dancer with fucking wings, or why can't it be a Mothman looking thing? It could be an angel. Yeah. Angels always show up around times of distress and things that are going to happen. Well, why not? Maybe people are seeing angels. Maybe. Who's to say? Whoever fucking wrote up a picture saying that the angel looks like a Chippendales dancer or a fucking dancing girl person or whatever with the pretty white wings and the maybe it looks like Mothman.
Like Bob Gunn said, falling angel.
Fallen angel? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why would they not?
More fairy than moth. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a museum that's over
More
there.
fairy than they've also called them fairies, banshees. It's the same story as the banshee. The banshee is a woman that screams and wails and cries out of Ireland and Scotland right before someone dies, same as the Mothman.
Now this is the Mothman Museum.
That's cool. They did that. I'm a museum guy. I've worked in museums my whole life. I love museums. Damn right.
Only Mothman Museum.
Go support that. Support your local museums if you can get in there, man.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia. November. We know there's a big Mothman in the sky.
Mothman.
And look, yeah, articles. It's got shirts, and it's only $4.50.
Damn right. I said I love museums. I worked in my whole life. I'm happy somebody has a Mothman museum. Hell yeah, support them. Support your local museum. Go in there.
Yeah, Mothman. Enter here for Mothman Museum. Shop now. Yeah, I'm so waiting for someone to buy one of my shirts for the first time, but that's right. And then I'm just clicking on it to see here, discover, and it looks like a lot of articles, like people's sightings and uncover the truth that lies behind the legend. And I bet you the person who works here, I bet they got a lot of stories. And it looks like the store opens 7 days a week. See? Now I don't know if it's open now because of the pandemic, but
that sucks. Well, it is essential. It's education, so I would think it'd be essential.
Well, not even the Museum of Flight's open right now.
Wow, man. That's fucking hilarious how I'm not there and they closed down.
Kind of a neat story. Oh, look at that. That's a cool picture right there. Him, Mothman standing with the hands over his ears.
That's Mothman, or a golden crowned fox. It looks just like a golden crowned fox, but it's a little bit bigger. Why not?
I wish I was in Brisbane. God, it sucks because I live so close to there. I would have known this existed. I would have went there.
Yeah, I would have loved to have went there.
We were the Men in Black, huh? I wonder what the Men in Black is related to the.
Well, here's the thing. Now, also, Eric, I don't know if you knew this, but a lot of UFOs are always reported around when the Mothman shows up. Yes, unidentified flying objects are always around when the Mothman shows up. So there's another little twist to the fucking story. UFOs, unidentified objects in the sky, appear. And so if they're coming through interdimensionally and they have a hole open, there's old Bigfoot comes through, and then here comes Mothman. I could be Mothman. If you like that kind of thing there, Fizzy.
Ron, I'm still blocked. I didn't know you're blocked. I don't even know who you are. Right. Got to meet up at the festival this year if they don't cancel. Oh, dude, I would love. Now I know.
Film this, man, and then come back on the show.
I think this. Discovery Plus has a new streaming service, right? I think Discovery Plus should send us to this festival so we can investigate this festival and put it on air.
Yeah, that would be
hey guys, think of us. Send the Gypsy Road Brothers down there. We'll show you an effect.
That would be so great, man. We'd have that on film. Oh God.
Sponsor us going down there.
If we show up there, like Fizzy Poop said, I'm sure Mothman would show up. See?
Well, hell, we'll pick up Fizzy Pop and take her down there with us.
Take her down there with us. I think she's in Japan, though. She speaks like Japanese sounds. Moshi Moshi. I don't know. She sounds like a Japanese girl. Maybe she's out of Japan. But is there Mothman in Japan? I wonder. Ask Fizzy Poop. Is there Mothman in Japan? I'm going to find that out. We're going to get that answer. But yeah, I would love to go to that festival.
I don't know who this person is. This person says they're blocked. I don't know who you are.
We'll make sure you get on.
I'll check my block status after the show, but I don't usually go into the settings and check on who hasn't been blocked or not.
The good news is you're on now.
I'm in New York. You're in New York?
Well, so she should be close to up there.
Powers, because Fizzy Pop, I'm gonna be in New York in June, July.
There it is. Yes.
I'm in New York. Yep.
Yeah, they can meet up and have Mothman T-shirts. They can exchange Mothman T-shirts.
Yeah, but yeah. Hey, everybody, we'll all meet up in New York, and we'll charter a bus, and we'll go straight down to West Virginia, and we'll have a Mothman bus party.
Hell yes, yes. Shout it out.
Chinatown, New York. See, laugh out loud. Okay, I'm like, now, parts of New York I'm going to is probably parts that none of you guys will go to, but I would love to get a charter bus. You can imagine that, Bob, get a charter bus, come from New York, pick everybody up, have a big Mothman party to the festival.
That'd be great. Have a big rager. It'd be a rager. I'd get glow sticks and dance with it. Ooch, 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 ooch. Mothman. Mothman.
Look, you even got what's that Star Wars character? Boba Fett there. See, look, Boba Fett's there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would dress up as Mothman.
Oh, cute kids doing a big festival. I bet they have fun. I bet people have
that's fun. That's fun. I remember being down there. Remember, I worked at Smithsonian Institute, and they had the Pirate Day. They had Pirate Day, which was it was Pirate Day. Everyone was dressed as pirates. That whole area. I was like, there's Men in Black. So there seems to be a lot of, even in that, I've not heard about the Men in Black showing up with Mothman showing up, but I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder after the Mothman shows up, the Men in Black show up and say, "You've not seen Mothman. These are not the droids you're looking for." Hey, they kind of wipe people's minds clean.
I think the people of that town should maybe want to bring us down, and we'll do a live show
of Mothman.
That'd be freaking awesome. Do a live show in the middle of the festival.
Or you could dress up as Batman. You just kind of go retro Mothman. You just dress up as Batman.
I don't know what's scarier, meeting the Wood Brothers or the Mothman.
Yeah, I think you'd be more comfortable meeting Mothman.
Yeah, we just did a show. Fizzy Pop, we just did a show on ESP. We might be doing some Mothman ESP on you.
I'll be doing some ESPN on you.
You must think this way.
Yeah, you would be more comfortable with Mothman. But yeah, so we've determined, Eric, that Mothman is all over the place. It's not just not in the United States. Look for beast of a white what is that? Look for beast of Whitehall while in New York. Adirondack Mountains monster. Oh wow, Adirondack monster. Oh, Bigfoot Anonymous has a lot of monsters, man. In his book, he knows about all the monsters, all of them. He's got a portfolio filled with monsters.
Well, that's the point of the show, right? We meet.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
who and they know more than us, and they share it. They share it with the people in the chat.
Yeah,
and on this show, even people in the chat gets to be part of the show. So
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
River also. Did you read that one, Bob? Ohio River also has monster called Green Clawed Beast. They said it looked like Mantis Monster.
Yeah, I know that there's the Mantis Monster. I also heard of the Alligator Man. I don't know if he's heard of that Alligator Man that actually attacked the car.
Probably related here. My last name is Wood. Probably related.
We probably are. We had family to come out of there. Yeah. But
add on Dex. I don't know what that means. Add ER on Dex.
But yeah, there's that the reptile. There's like a reptilian. There's a reptilian that lives out by the swamps. I've heard of the Mantis monster. There's the werewolves. I mean, Bigfoot, Mothman. God, you name it, man. You guys have all kinds of monsters over there. Jeez, Louise, there's monsters down there. You could just be monster hunters. Just go hunt these monsters down. But problem is, like in the reality shows, they never actually get the picture of the monster.
Me ask a Bigfoot Anonymous. What would happen, in theory, if the Mothman did meet up with Bigfoot?
What if the Mothman versus Bigfoot?
Versus Bigfoot.
Like a knockdown fight. Yes. Yes.
This is not a movie show, I know. But I gotta say, that fucking trailer, Godzilla versus King Kong, is a fucking badass trailer
Not seen that.
Oh, you got to type in the trailer for King Kong versus Godzilla. It's come out in March.
No, is it Japanese made, or do they have the actual rights to?
No. This is American. This is the third Godzilla series, the American one. And remember they made that movie King Kong, the Skull Island.
Yeah.
So that King Kong and that Godzilla. But watch the trailer, man. Two big fucking animals.
What about Rodan? What about Rodan? Is Rodan going to be involved? You know, the big
Rodan was in the other was the one before it.
No, I think Rodan took on Godzilla once. Rodan was Godzilla. Well, I think they were both friends.
You know what's gonna happen, right? You know the two creatures are gonna fight each other, but then they're gonna have to join forces to fight a bigger, better creature.
Yeah, maybe Rodan.
They have to defeat it. So you know that's what's gonna happen.
And then those two
fighting Mothman. Maybe Godzilla and King Kong is gonna fight Mothman.
And maybe those two little short Japanese girls with the butterfly wings are gonna sing a song.
Is it technically, could you say maybe King Kong is not really from an ape? He's actually Bigfoot, an oversized Bigfoot?
Could be a Gigantopithecus. It's called Gigantopithecus, which is another theory that's what Bigfoot is, a Gigantopithecus. It was an Asian ape that was very, very, very large. Yeah, I don't know. Mothman, Gigantopithecus, Godzilla.
Wasn't Hobbs? Wasn't that a fucking... That was a... Listen, trailers are made for one reason, to get you hype.
Yeah.
The movie can suck ass, but a trailer is to fake you to thinking the movie's going to be the best in the world. And that video was badass.
I got to see the trailer for that. I'm going to see. Is it going to come out on the movie theater? Or is it going to come out on another show, or like Netflix or something? Is it going to be a movie?
All the monsters and titans will be unleashed. The movie is just reality.
You know, it appears that way. You're not off too far on that one. A whole lot of cryptid monsters showing up everywhere. In fact, there's
Godzilla versus Kong looks amazing. I tell you. Yeah, I didn't even like the last two Godzilla movies that Americans made, but the trailers still look kicked ass.
Well, I like the one from Japan. As long as you have the Japanese permission to make the original Godzilla, yeah.
The one from Japan was awesome. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, that's the best one.
And remember the one in Japan, the one that made Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yes.
That hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying this. They didn't have African Americans where they made the Godzilla movie, so they painted Asian people to look black.
I remember that. Yeah, that was kind of like.
So if you watch the King Kong versus Godzilla movie, look at the African American people in it that's supposed to be in the jungle. They're actually Asians. It looks funny because they're African Americans, but they have Asian eyes. I mean,
it depends on what your location and what your staff. I mean, they're hiring the local peoples for the jobs. I mean, that's not racist. It's just what they have available. You know, it's just. These are the locals we have. I'm sure if they were purple people, they'd be like, "Oh, we got to hire the purple people to."
Well, that's a good question, huh? Fizzy Pop, Bigfoot. What's the answer? Who would win? All the links she created nor destroy. Consign is the only thing to never exist. Mothman will aware of Bigfoot, but who will win? That's what I'm saying. If there was a fight? Now, I would think that if Mothman can fly 100 miles per hour and he could fuck with your mind, I would think Mothman could win that fight because he could fight you spiritually, not even landing a fist on you.
And I mean, unless one of them went up to the mountaintop and studied under Pai Mei. If they studied under Pai Mei, they might know some kung fu. So it depends what their training is like.
I hope to get one of those guns that shoot the blue electric shit. And then I think I get a glimpse of Mecha Godzilla at the beginning of the trailer.
Mega Godzilla. I remember Mega Godzilla.
The trailer to see what they're talking about. Glimpse. I didn't know about there was a glimpse.
Mega Godzilla. Okay, I'm getting so many flashbacks. I love the old Godzilla. The original Japanese made Godzillas were the best. I love them destroying. We're way off the subject. But I mean, but it's the same thing as Mothman. Now, Mothman just hangs out and it gets destroyed. as in Godzilla and Mega Godzilla and King Kong and Rodan. They do the destroying. They're like the instruments of death. So hypothetically, Eric, if we are in the apocalypse, as we were talking about, then the Titans, as he mentioned, are being released, which would be Mothman, Godzilla, and all the other cryptoids that would be starting destroying the planet.
Godzilla has already fought Mothman. Hold on.
Oh, he did fight Mothman.
Mothra versus Godzilla. Hold on.
Mothra.
Hold on. Hold on. He
Mothra.
did. Mothman did fight Godzilla.
Oh my God, I remember that.
See?
Mothra fought Godzilla. That's right. Yeah. See, I think it was Mothra that had the two little Japanese miniature ladies that come out of the egg with the butterfly wings. Yes. Mothra fought Godzilla.
Mothman is superior in this realm, but hand-to-hand fighting, the Sasquatch would rip it apart. But maybe Batman can shoot spikes out of the wings like Bruce Wayne.
Right.
But you're right. That's what I'm saying. Mothman can get him without even touching the Sasquatch.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Eric. Yeah.
No. All powers. Yeah, Bigfoot. But because of the powers, I think Mothman could kick Bigfoot's ass. Well,
I think you guys are forgetting about a superpower that Mothman has. It's mental. He can put in like scary thoughts. Remember, guys, now Mothra is famous for giving you nightmare thoughts. So he puts you into a state of fright.
Yeah.
So you can't fight. So Bigfoot will be shivering, probably pissing himself because he'd be thinking about humans chasing him in the forest or something.
Look at that. I love that.
Oh, that's the best. That's Mothra, yes.
Mothman.
Maybe people over there were seeing Mothra. Now, did Mothra come out around the same time?
Excited about this.
Yes, I'm a nerd. You damn right I am. But yes, I wonder if Mothra came out around the same time as Mothman over there. Was it 1966? When Mothman came out, or they spotted him or something over there?
The article is about the 1964 film.
Okay, so 1964.
About the 1964 film for the 1992 film. Article is about 1964 for the night. There was one in 1992 also.
Oh, I didn't know that. So in 1963. When did Mothra come out with? When did Japan make that the Godzilla versus Mothra? Did this come out in the 60s?
1962.
This came out in 1962.
Let me do this. Let me put it IMDb. Hold on.
Let's see if we can overlap them. Maybe they saw Mothra. There we go. I think Mothra did it. I think it's Mothra they're thinking about, not Mothman or Mothra.
Because the legend of Mothman started in 1966.
Okay, 66.
So on IMDb,
Mothra
is 1964.
That's what they were thinking about. They're thinking about Mothra. Yes. Now we know. We've debunked Mothman.
It was Mothra all this time.
They probably watched Mothra, and then they were thinking they placed
Mothra TV Mothra versus Godzilla 2008 TV episode. Never heard of that one.
Oh.
There's a TV episode of Mothra versus Godzilla?
Not TV episode. Isn't it like Mothra versus the Bridge in 1966? I don't know.
Documentary.
Oh, okay. So now we know that maybe the people in the town were thinking of Mothra.
Hey, I said earlier that at the War of the Worlds came out on the radio, everybody started seeing flying ships.
Yes, UFOs. So maybe within the Matrix.
Once you plant something in people's head, it's just no difference. Like if you're going on a ghost hunt, right? You're on a ghost hunt and you hear this voice You ask the other person, what do you hear? I don't know. Well, it sounds like he says, you must leave. Yes, that's what I hear. You plant the seed in people's heads.
That's what it is.
Now they're thinking to hear it because you said it.
Yes, that's definitely what it is. So now we know it's Mothra. So we got to have that one. Yeah, Bigfoot loses. He's lame. You know what? It's not Bigfoot's fault because he will have Mothman will send evil into his mind. He will think evil thoughts. He will think evil thoughts, and then he will run away.
Now, guys, if you think nerdy type of way, if you're gonna make this, if you're gonna have one of them win, I think they're gonna team up and beat somebody else up. But if you have to have Godzilla or King Kong win, now since this one is being made in America by American companies, King Kong is an American. Godzilla is China or Japanese. Japanese China. I don't know which one.
Oh, so it's technically it's America against Japan.
Yeah.
What you're trying to say.
So since this one is American made, would they make King Kong win because King Kong is American made?
Good crazy. Yeah. But I hope everybody walked away with some information other than the cool matchup between King Kong and Mothman. Or no, Mothman against Bigfoot. You guys got some information about. We've taken a piss out of it a little bit. We're having a good time with it. Nobody minds. We're just looking at all the myths of things. I like the idea of the Titans being released and they're going to be all over. Whatever we wrote in the past or thought about as a monster will come to pass and be real in this matrix reality we live in, Eric. So whatever has been written will come to truth. Whatever has been, thought of will come to truth. Vampires will come out. Werewolves, the slime. Everything is going to come to truth. It reminds me of Cabin in the Woods. Have you guys ever seen Cabin in the Woods? It's like one of my favorite all-time ever horror movies ever. That's newer. One of the newer. I love the old ones better, but as new movies goes for horror movies, Eric, Cabin in the Woods is the best, and it takes all of the...
That's a good one.
Yeah. Everything you can think of will be... It's like it's the same thing is happening now. I like how he put it earlier. The Titans are released. The Great Reset will happen. All of you guys will be seeing Mothman coming to a town near you soon. And Bigfoot. And Godzilla. And King Kong.
Yeah.
Frogmen.
I'm doing something on purpose here.
And Primantis people. And dolphins people. And all kinds of weird creatures will be coming out everywhere. Oh, shit. There's the original. There's the original.
That's the original Godzilla versus Kong.
Wait, whoa. Put his face back up. That's the original. Put his face back up. His face is way too narrow. It's narrow. It's like a...
This one's 1963.
No. His face was flat. His face was flat and his bottom and top... There. Whoa. I don't remember Godzilla's face looking that way. Fizzy Pop, you and Dan can do one on the Godzilla's face. I'll watch that show if you guys do that. Have Dan look at Godzilla's face and see what he thinks. Because that don't look right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're using Asians as African American.
Yeah, well, they which is good. They hired the locals, Japanese production.
I know, but it's just it's funny to look at now.
With the peacock feathers and with all the different colors and the tropical, a little bit over the top there with that one. But yeah, okay, wow. Yeah, so Godzilla looks completely different to me, by the way. That face it was more crunched in.
Well, every movie he does look a little different.
A different face, yeah. But I know it was a little bit more crunched in with his big old nostrils crunched in. Maybe it's just me. It's most likely just me. And it's got blue spikes on his back. It's just the camera work. I don't know. It looks a little bit different to me. The spikes look way wrong. The spikes. I don't remember the spikes like that.
And you got these two Caucasians with the dinosaur book.
Yes. A little more closer to what I remember. Oh God, yeah. King Kong, the original. Look at the size of them nostrils. You can do a couple of lines in those things. Oh, I love it when he destroys. They just destroy Tokyo. How many times can fucking Tokyo be destroyed by one creature?
I know, right?
Many times. Many times.
There's the blue.
There's the blue laser.
Oh, guys, I think today was awesome. Today was fun. I hope we all learned a lot. Crunchy B wrote, Cabin in the Woods is a Mandela effect. That's how I remember it too, but it's always been the Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, it's Cabin in the Woods.
What's it called now? I mean,
well, they call it the cabin. Well, it's the Cabin in the Woods. Well, he says it's not the Cabin in the Woods anymore. It's Cabin in the Woods.
Let's see.
To me, it was also like Born Supremacy. What was it? Born Ultimatum. All those Bourne movies, Jason Bourne movies. Now it's the Born Supremacy.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah,
I can't remember at all on that one. I remember in the movie. But I don't remember the or without it. I can't remember.
Some movies it's been added, some movies it's subtracted. I don't know if it's the production just to put it out on the shows. I don't know anymore. Great film, Cabin in the Woods. Yes, now everyone's going to be watching Cabin in the Woods tonight.
I hope a lot of the people watched The Dead Don't Die because of us.
Yes, everyone watched The Dead. I watched it last night. I loved it again. I'll probably watch Cabin in the Woods tonight just because I want to watch it again. Yeah. All right, good show, man.
So beyond that, guys, we'll see all of you this upcoming Monday. Woo! Man. So everybody, I hope you all have a great weekend. And remember, we said at the beginning of the show about stocks and stuff.
Yes.
You can make a difference because those people made a difference with GameStop. I love it when people do stuff like that. Instead of using weapons or guns and all that, they use their brains, they use their minds, and they showed the governments, they showed Wall Street that, hey, we can play the game just as well as you guys can, and we're playing it by the same rules you guys playing it by.
Everyone's getting to be a better hacker out there. We're getting a lot of new generation of hackers.
Beyond that, I'll see you guys on Monday.